bored. Yeah, we're going to do anything for the intro. No, we're just going to have a lazy day and not bother doing an intro or anything like that. Only problem is that you've got the smell of cow shit around the corner from that farm. Blaster Master is one of those must-play games, especially if you're into your NES and love challenging games. Blaster Master passed my expectations after the first level when it started to get interesting and I got really involved into it. To the point that I started to remember where the items were throughout the multiple playthroughs that I did. That's how much the game got me hooked. It's a 2D action side-scroller when you're driving a tank blasting the shit out of mutant monsters and there's this weird flying things? What are you doing? Anything to annoy you? Certain parts it goes to a top-down shooter when you're in a cave or some sort, blasting the crap out of whatever these things are, so it's always keeping it fresh and new with each stage. This is one of those stories where it's so far out there that it's nonsensical, that I think that I'm going to go nuts trying to figure it out, so this is my attempt to do so. We play a character called Jason who likes his amphibians because I can't tell if this is a frog or a toad, so I'm going to go with amphibians. So Jason lives on a farm, I think. I would say more about it, except that's all what I got from it, and that's what the game gave me. Well, his pet amphibian what escapes to his backyard and eats some radiation. Why not? And mutates and grows to a size of a car. Wow. For some reason it reminds me of Ninja Turtles. Did anyone else get that vibe? And somehow this mutant amphibian digs a hole or a hole opens up in the ground at a certain convenient timing and the kid jumps down the hole after his pet without no regards of how deep the hole is. It's taking too long. Ooh, a tank! And find the tank what's called Sophia the Third? I've got tons of questions about this. How did he know the name of the tank? I'm guessing space magic? You can spend hours, even days, trying to understand it. Although, the more you question the story, you have even more questions about it. And that's when your mind starts spinning out of control. Did the pet spit up the tank, or was it there all along? If so, why is it sparkly clean? And why does the suit fit him perfectly? Or maybe he came back from the future and put it there for his younger self, or Space Lizards put it there. I just got it. It was the Battletoads! This game is very hard. I'll grow up. And no way near an easy game to beat. It will take time to get used to and to get at least alright at it. The controls are quite fluid and very easy to get used to, and usually if you miss a jump it's down to your mistake or an enemy hits you at the last second if you're unlucky. You drive a tank where you can jump in and out of at any time and you get this little human figure with an over proportioned head what looks kind of cute. And if there was a bobblehead of this, I would get it. The tank and Jason have their own health bar. What I appreciated with the many caves that you can explore as Jason, if it was together, it would have made it annoyingly frustrating. Jason's gun is off to one side, what does suck because you can't hit certain enemies where they are placed on the level. However, it's something that I learned how to work around when I found a heavy attack. There are power-ups littered throughout the whole game, like the power one acts like health. I found out when you get a full health bar, you're getting these non-stop, but once when you get low on health, the game gets really stingy. Other words, usually you're fucked. My advice here is don't go below 3 bars. and the gun icon makes Jason's gun stronger. However, if you get hit, you will lose your gun power, and this can be annoyingly frustrating if there's a boss around the corner, where sometimes you're gonna need these power-ups no matter what. And this includes the tank as well, when there's nothing what you can do but to get hit. When something comes flying out of nowhere and hits you, it's like the game is saying, fuck you! I found this out when I went into a new area and some enemies hit you before you were able to take control over the tank again. And then we got the weapons that are available for your tank. Homing missiles. Lightning what fires underneath you, what I wasn't too fond of, where the accuracy felt a bit random. And the three-way missiles, what's definitely the strongest tack. Unfortunately, I have to say there is one thing that this game does piss poor, that the blocks immediately respawn as soon as they're off screen. That includes if you pause the game as well. Some of your power-ups are hidden in these blocks, and there are so many blocks in Blaster Master, so get good at shooting blocks. The enemy animations are impressive for the time that this was released. Every enemy moves different to each other and they feel unique the way they attack you. There are so many different types of enemies with their own way of attacking. Some will surprise you, while others did piss me off. For me, the one that got me swearing were these little worm things. They're very hard to hit and they drain your health very quickly. I think everyone will have at least one annoying enemy in this game. I love that I got to fight these weird and creative bosses with their own attack styles for you to figure out the pattern on, and I appreciated the artists for coming up with these fucked up things for me to kill. Some of it I wouldn't even dream of. Like a brain that attacks you, to whatever the fuck this thing is, and once when you defeat it, this thing definitely reminds me of that movie Teeth. Well, once when you defeat the boss, it gives you an upgrade for your tank, like heavy cannon to a hover mode, and some bosses did get my adrenaline going, and once when I defeated the one that I got stuck on, it felt so satisfying that I shouted out in relief, and fuck did my thumb ache afterwards. The level design is massive, that encourages exploration with multiple pathways for you to find, with so many different caves for you to explore, and later on, when you unlock new upgrades for your tank, you can explore new areas in the same level. Like the hover mode, you can reach new places. Each level feels completely unique to the other, and it does reward you for remembering the level's layout. Only downside is that there is no code system to the stages, so if you die, you'll be all the way back to the beginning again. If you run out of continues, you're gonna have to do it all in one sitting. For the graphics, I thought they were brilliant, and a bit advanced for its time, especially when it goes into the top-down view. It still looks good. Now for one of my favourite things about this game. The soundtrack is awesome to the point that it's catchy, and now I want the soundtrack on my ringtone. Although the one that got into my head the most was the first level soundtrack. For how long the game is, I can see it done in around about 2 hours mark. Although this is probably once when you mastered the game. Who the fuck wrote this script? This is on a green screen. This controller ain't even plugged in. I know where you're going and do a speed run. However, if you're exploring all the caves and all the other areas, I could see it lasting around about 5, maybe 6 hours. So in the end, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10, and I'll definitely recommend it, especially if you're after a challenging game. Except I have to give a warning to this game, it will make you swear on more than occasion. So have you played Blaster Master? What did you think of it? Leave it in the comments below. Until next game, I'm fucking off. So Sophia the Third. It can't be that wise if you pick this kid to drive it. Okay. Oh, who wrote this? Okay. Green screen. Green screen? My NES is over here.